Hi there. First of all, I'm sorry for disappearing. I'm sure most of you know that I'm a medical student and that can be quite time consuming. So I assume a lot of you have presumed that I've been busy with university, and that's a pretty fair assumption. My 2023 was a lot of downs, including a little bit of trauma, and not a lot of ups. And I guess it's taken quite a lot out of me this year. The good news for me this year is that I've spent most of 2024 at home instead of the other state where I study, because my uni has this research module that I've been doing online. My hope going into this year was that everything would magically be better because I'd be at home. So I'd be able to get my life back on track, and I'd be able to do YouTube alongside my online uni work, and that I'd fix up my diet, and that I'd exercise more, and that I'd write a book. And oh boy, I had a lot of expectations writing this year, and very few of them have worked out. I feel the need to apologize because I want to do YouTube, but I haven't had the capacity for it. An interesting development in my life is that my doctor has referred me to a psychiatrist for an ADHD evaluation. And that's been something that's just kind of turned my world upside down. The unfortunate thing with this is that it takes a few months and often a minimum of $1,000 to get a diagnosis as an adult in Australia. I'm just trying to take things one step at a time, and I have an appointment in a month, so I'm just trying to keep my fingers crossed for a good outcome. I've also been doing a lot of self-reflection lately. When I think about what I enjoyed about doing ASMR on YouTube over the last few years, since 2020 actually, it's been writing stories that people resonate with. Seeing people's appreciative comments really helped me get through the COVID years. I'm sorry for the birds in the background, but I'm not recording this. I'm not doing more than one take. If I think about the YouTubers that I look up to the most, the people who come to mind are Eric from Redacted Audio, Jaden Animations, and Emmy Richu. All people who tell stories that comfort or inspire or entertain their audiences. And when I think about why I wanted to be a doctor, I mean, want is too weak of a word. I poured my soul into getting into medicine. Even when I could leave my house in 2020, I either only spent time on studying my previous university course to get as high marks as possible, doing YouTube, or studying for the medical entrance exams. Anyway, when I consider why becoming a doctor was the path that I believe is my calling in this lifetime, the science of medicine was never a consideration. I am not a science person, whatever assumptions you may have made, given that I'm a medical student. My chemistry is average at best. My math sucks. And my biology, physiology, pharmacology, they're all also exceedingly average. But I love communicating with people, which I would argue makes up more than 80% of being a doctor. The humanity of medicine, to sit in that chair, level with your patient, and to hear their story with your whole heart is what drew me to medicine. But I also don't want medicine to be my whole life. I love telling stories, to give people comfort, to entertain, to inspire. Those are the things that I aspire to do. But I want to do that through more than just ASMR. From the middle of 2023, I started working on this fantasy novel that draws a lot of its lore and magic systems from the stuff I've been using in my YouTube videos, and that's been its own challenge. But the primary reason I redirected my creative energy into that was because I wanted to write a story that unfortunately didn't really work with my channel's current format. Still, several months later of just sort of doing the book in the background while not at all working on this channel, I've realized that I still do want to do storytelling on YouTube as well, but again, not just through ASMR content. Though, to be 100% honest with you all, I'm not really sure how else I can do it. I don't have the animation skills like Jaden or Emmy. Also, not to mention that the animation boat has kind of sailed and that market is a bit oversaturated. But I want to tell stories other than romance. And I feel that I am limited to doing only romance on this channel. I say this, but I do want to start uploading here again. I'm not sure how frequently I can upload here, but I want to make a start here before I start experimenting on my second channel, which you should totally subscribe to. It's called Hysteria and it's linked in the description. But for now, I have a few scripts I can use. But if you, my dear viewer, would like to submit a script you'd like me to read, feel free to shoot me an email or DM me on Twitter. Whether you want to talk about continuations of my series or if you want to submit your own, just general comfort audio, send me a message and we can talk about it. It's frustrating because I have this burning desire to do more, to be more, but I just can't seem to do anything on top of university. And it's not like I've been super busy this year. I genuinely don't need to do work for more than 3 days a week, but it just, existence takes it out of me. And I guess that's the trouble that I've been working through with ADHD, is that just every teeny tiny little thing seems to take forever and I get distracted and can't focus, I can't start. Anyway, I'm sorry, I hope that doesn't sound like I'm needlessly complaining. I'm just trying to be honest with you all about where I'm at. So that's it. I'm hoping to upload a few videos at least this year, work on some scripts while things are less busy. 2025 and 2026 will be the last 2 years of my degree, and they're also the busiest years in my course. At the same time, though, it presents itself with a lot of opportunities for storytelling, because I'll be in a hospital doing ward rounds, just sort of like a doctor. And I have the option of doing 2 months of placement overseas, thinking about Japan at the moment. And on top of that being super exciting, it would probably come with its own boatload of things to talk about, and I really would love to share those things with you all. So yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where we're at. I might have ADHD, and I'm trying to figure out how to manage that. Hoping to upload a bit here, hoping to get the ball rolling with the other channel. If you have any scripts you want me to read, feel free to send them my way. And if you have any suggestions for the new channel, you know, whether you want to talk about what you want to see, or if you have any ideas on how to present story type content without animations, feel free to comment that as well. Thanks again for sticking around. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye.